Here at the Youth Development Center of the Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library to inspire a generation of young people, 20 NYSC youth corps members to be change agents in their community, sharing with other young people, students, teachers, educators, how to navigate the internet in a safe manner.
Alright, so let's just quickly go straight. We're having a session with Elijah Afolabi is here already. We're just going to talk about online safety. Please and please, you all have the right material.
But let's even go to the commonest one. You see people who have worked all through their life and they have saved. You know the story I want to talk about now. All of a sudden, within 2 seconds, those money will just disappear. Do you understand? So that's why it's important to stay safe online. Whether you are a business owner, whether most of us teach in schools, right? So we go back to also teach our pupils to understand all this online devices. Because, because we have the statistics now, for instance, that talks about, computer networks, phones, they are vulnerable to siege by hackers. People who are just out there looking for your information, and the reason why they need your information is not because they like you. It's because there is an agenda, right? And to put more light on this, you see that this has affected more than 310,000 people globally, including 10 banks in America. The question you ask yourself is, if this can happen to 10 banks in America, who am I? Who are you? Isn't it? Because we know how sophisticated the technology of these guys are, isn't it? So if they can, isn't it? When I say isn't it, you respond. So I know you are following me. Or if I say did you get it, you say got it. Did you get it? Good. So don't forget, that's what we give me that signal that you are following me. Even though you are not following, when I say did you get it, just say got it. Even though you are not following. Right? But follow, I'm just joking. So it has affected even banks, in America. Not only that, even your Facebook and Google between 2013 and 2015, they lost about $800 million to these guys. The same way you go to your 9-to-5 job, you are working. Some people also, that is their 9-to-5 job. Trying to get people's details, trying to get their sensitive information, trying to find a way to take advantage or leverage on those things to their own advantage and to their victim disadvantage. And also, to put more light on that, like I mentioned earlier, we cannot do anything without using the internet. In fact, as you are here, you have a business, isn't it? And your business has an online presence. Everything you see happening here, maybe it's being streamed or something. Anybody anywhere in the world can see. So about 4.5 billion people use the internet. The question you ask yourself, as of 2022, the whole world population was about 8 billion. So if you are 8 billion, that means more than half currently of the population uses the internet. That is why this session is very, very important, because I like to always start with statistics, because figures don't lie. They don't. So when you understand statistics, then it can now help you to better understand what we are talking about. So let's move as fast as we can. Let somebody tell me, what do you understand by the word internet? I just need one person. Internet. Yes. Can we give them a mic to speak? Internet. Thank you. Internet. Internet. Yes. Good.
connection of things.
Okay.
Interconnection of things.
Okay.
Whereby information is passing through.
Okay.
Let's just say Internet of Things.
Internet of IoT. Yes.
Internet of Things. Your phone is connected. Your Bluetooth. You are receiving information. Your phone passing.
Exactly.
So that's just
internet. Thank you very much. Any other person? Let's be gender balanced. Can we have a lady or a female? Internet. Ladies, don't fall my hand now. Internet. Yes. Yes, she wants to explain. Internet.
I think the internet is just a platform where people can connect to information.
Right. Where people can connect to information. Round of applause for them. Right. So when we talk about the internet, you have all, said what is right. Internet is just the connectivity, interconnectivity of things. And I mean, for some of us who studied anything that has to do with financial management or business management, they will tell you the world is a global village, right? Yeah. And when they say the world is a global village, what are they saying? It means that there is what? An interconnectedness of the world, of the world, right? So what internet does is that it helps us connect, right? It helps us do what? Connect information, system, share information, and all of that. That their PIN, 90% of them is their date of birth, 1972, 1986, 1920 something. That's their password. So that means if I want to scam you, when you said scammers try to get your sensitive information, we have got, in fact, apart from scammers, your information is everywhere. How many of you have the Cowrie card in Lagos? The day I went there, but of course I was informed, I'm not surprised. I just went there, they just asked me, tell us your phone number. I just give them my phone number, everything. You're Elijah Afolabi, I say yes. Everything, that's the only thing they requested of me. They mentioned my name, they mentioned everything, and they printed the card and they gave. So forget about even trying to get sensitive information. In the first place, our information is everywhere. Do you get what I'm saying? So not to now talk of now having password as weak as your date of birth. Tell your neighbor, far be it from me.
So I'll be giving you the points about project reporting. So in as much we're having this session, I'm still going to be in your faces because the projects you're going to be working on, the trainings you're going to be working on with the students, it's going to be reported and you need to know how that format works. Okay, so let's just do that. Okay, so reporting is the process of detailed collection and presentation of information about activities, events, or conditions. Okay, so in this case, reporting is very, very important. So it's very important because we will be reporting directly to the evaluation partners for Meta. So don't just think, oh, I'm training 20 students, now just training 20 students, you're not working like that. You have to document those 20 students, what you're doing with those 20 students. All that information will be collected down to gender, class of the students you're working with. So yes, it's a whole process, right? A very important process. So the importance of reporting, first one is to ensure transparency and accountability, to provide a record of activities and outcomes. So anybody can say, I trained 50 students on how to stay safe online, right? But if you do not have reports to back that up, and I'm talking about pictures, videos, names, signatures, genders of these students, it's basically just hearsay, right? So this is what is going to give Meta the proof that what you said you did is what you actually did. Yes, as your glory shots, I do it. I do 10,000 students, everything is reported. You can do it as well.
As we are going through the panel session, we have Richard Lawrence who will be taking us on this session. Alright, so I'm going to be calling my colleague who knows Tiaba, who will be taking this session. Please, every class.
Right. So you guys are about to start a journey, right? Yeah, so we are sending you an assignment, and just not just that, your corpus, and in the next few months you'll be going to the labor market. So we have amazing personalities that are at the peak of their careers and would like to share their journeys with us. Okay? And I would like us at this session to be as interactive as possible. I'm going to be introducing these amazing personalities, and I want you to take advantage of this session as much as possible. So we're going to be talking about career growth, what it means,
Okay, so career growth is very simple. It's career that is growing. No, it is career that is growing. And then if it's not career growth, it's career that is not growing. So you need to, it's about learning principles that are very critical to the development of your career. Alright? So I'll just say this ahead of time, that 3 critical things that you need to focus on when it comes to career growth. I call it the KSA model, right? KSA. It's not Kimsoni Ade. So it is number 1, knowledge, number 2, skill, and number 3, attitude. What did I say?
Knowledge, skill, attitude.
Say it with some good attitude.
Knowledge, skills, attitude.
Very important. Okay, so I've interviewed, thousands of people over the years, and those are the critical things that we look out for, especially at the entry level. What's your knowledge base? What do you know about your profession? What do you know about the industry you want to work in? What do you know? So your knowledge base about the company you're even applying to work for. Your knowledge base is very, very important. And at this entry level, that's one of the key critical things we're looking out for. The next thing is your skill. Skill is more of a demonstrated knowledge. How have you been able to demonstrate the knowledge that you've acquired? Okay, so when it comes to volunteering, like what you're doing here, Safe Online, is very, very important. Alright, because you put all this together in your profile, in your CV, you are telling me that you're somebody who is valuable and can add value to different projects at different times. So your skill is demonstrated knowledge. How have you been able to demonstrate the knowledge you've acquired over time? And the third, which is the most important, is your attitude. Don't tell me that I am who I am, that's how they give it to me. You need to be self-aware of your strengths, your weaknesses, the things that you do naturally, and the things you're not very good at. And then critically begin to work towards ensuring that you have the right and positive attitude, right, that will attract the right opportunities for you.
Hi everyone. Yes, I think for me, I just want to buttress on what he said. One of the things that I know that makes people go far in their career path, more importantly, is what you know, like you mentioned, your knowledge base, what you know. And in most cases for me, it's not really what you know, actually. What you know is important, it's like the first step. How can you apply what you know? That's why for some of, if you understand, there is sometimes, maybe in management or something, they will tell you management as a science and management as an art. Right? Science is when you are acquiring the knowledge. Art is when you are applying the knowledge. So it is one thing to know, it's another thing to be able to apply what you have known. And one of the things that also drives me personally is that, of course, I'm an advocate of being a specialist. Whatever you know, ensure you know it very well. Because it's one of the things that open doors for you when you can career-wise. But at the same time, I also believe that even when you know something very well, there's a particular mantra that personally drives me that you don't need to know everything about something. In some cases, sometimes you just need to know something about everything. Even when you are a specialist, it is still required of you that you have an idea. Personally, one of the goals I set for myself is that before I'm 50, for instance, I studied accounting and in the finance space. Before I'm 50, I must have gathered solid knowledge and experience in all the sectors of the economy. And I've started that. I can say for the fact that I have done that in like 3 different spaces as I speak, and I'm still pushing myself to do that. So if you must grow career-wise, another thing I think you should also do in partnership with your knowledge, with your application, is that you also have a goal and that you can measure at every time and look at where you are, look at what you have set for yourself, and look at how you can get it by strategizing. And I think if you can do that, you will do very well to your career and you'll be at the peak of your career.
So he has talked about knowledge. He also mentioned knowledge. You can't have too much of it. You cannot have too much of it. In fact, we learn every day. But that also means that you have to be receptive. You have to be looking forward to what to learn and to learn as much as you can, right? So be open to change, have an open heart, be willing to learn, ask questions.
To your question, why, I mean, what inspired? To be honest, I didn't know about it in this factory. This factory started 7 years ago. So the name NerdzFactory is for a lack of name, right? So not anything special. But what I'm doing today, I've always lived, dreamed this. Maybe almost 20 years now. I did have a nomenclature for it, but I always knew that I'm always happy whenever I create an opportunity for people to learn, then whenever I create an opportunity for people to progress in their careers, whenever I create an opportunity for people to earn money, I was always happy.
Then ask yourself, where in this value chain, you look at you talked about core values and all of those things. Where in this value chain? So for instance, if you are an introvert now, it means that there are some places that will struggle with, you struggle with. If you have some really strong value system, there are some places, look at this value chain. Where in this place can you survive easily? Can you, even if you can't survive easily, where in this place can you get the best value for yourself? And then I will add to it, look for this in a difficult place.
During the campaign, a lot of people were putting on this car. I hope you know. So wherever you go to and whenever you see this car, somebody comes to your mind. So that is just what we are trying to talk about. The importance of this personal branding is helping you to be distinct from others. When you brand yourself, it helps you to be distinct from others. I remember watching this lady, Vicky James, on Channels Television one day, and they were asking her about how she was able to become the brand that she is today. And she was mentioning something that she realized that it was a problem in the fashion industry that she was good at solving. And she leveraged on that opportunity, and then it blossomed that she is the brand that she is today. Alright, so let's look at some core areas. And these are some of the things that I'm sure you already know, and I'm sure that they've been stressed.
Now we're talking about effective personal leadership. If you do not have anyone to hold on to, put your hands in your pocket. As a Christian, we say religion is a personal race. And I tell you that the journey of life is a personal race. For some of us who are opportune to be raised by God and not our parents, I'm sure we understand this. Yoruba people would say, if you don't have someone to lean to, then you have yourself. So as young people today, I want to encourage us that in everything we do, in career, in business, everything, you have to lean towards being self-motivated. What do I want to do? Some people need someone to, force them to get to where they are going to. But you can't always get someone to do that, especially in this economy that we have now, that everybody has like 5 jobs going on. You had one of the facilitators said earlier, if they ask you, can you build a house? Tell them yes, and then look for someone who's going to do that. Now, somebody who's already taking a house job, taking a chair job, taking a rock job, trying to be a pilot at the same time, you're waiting for that person to come and push you. It won't work.
I was posted to a very bad big village. Water, just forget it. Electricity, forget it. Toilet, where forget it. Not everything, forget, except maybe some roof over your head. But we were there and we enjoyed. So I'd like to ask you, enjoy your service here. There's no pulling back, reverse gear to say, okay, we're going to serve again. So enjoy your service here. All the things that we'll learn today, apply them. Ensure that you make friends.
If by raising awareness on diversity and unity in diversity. And we are able to realize and make the people among whom you raise awareness realize that yes, our diversity is an asset, not a liability. And we should cherish it. We should nurture it. We should use it to advantage. You are doing something. Do you have a friend who is not from your tribe? No. I'm being honest. No. How many of you have friends? At least one friend who is not from your tribe. Okay, put down your hand. Those who have two. I don't say acquaintance, friend. Oh, how will you describe friend? Oh yeah. How will you? Okay. How will you describe friend?
A friend is someone that you might not necessarily share the same values, but you talk to the person, you have good intentions for the person, you help the person to grow, and you love the person most importantly.
Yeah. You may not always hold the same view with your friend, but a friend is somebody you love, somebody you respect, somebody who can vouch for, and you know his character. And of course, as they say, show me your friend. I'm telling you who you are. If your friend is a thief, and I know that your friend is a thief, I will watch what I put in front of you or what I keep with you, because I will say, if he has a friend that I know who is a thief, how am I sure that he or she is not a thief? And that's why that good old saying, show me your friend and I will know, because birds of the same feather. If you say somebody is your friend, there must be some common characteristics. You must love him as you have, or her as you have said. You must be able to choose to say, oh yes, this is what my friend can do and this is what he cannot do. So if we talk about the youth contribution to national development and nation building, you can see the importance that the youth have. Somebody said earlier on, the youth are dynamic. You are supposed to be dynamic. You are supposed to be idealistic. You are supposed to be dynamic. You are supposed to be inquisitive. Why is this? Why is this? You are supposed not to take anything for granted. Most, and I said to you, the age taken by United Nations for Youth is what? 35. Most of the people in the world, great people, you see the sign that they will be great by the time they are age 35. If by age 35 you are not showing signs, I don't say that you cannot, but the chances are not as great as if you have shown sign.
Hello everybody, my name is Ajayi Amde. My name is Agola Timothy Benga.
My name is Boluwatife Balogun, a fellow of 2024 Save Online Youth Fellowship Program, an initiative of NerdzFactory Company
In partnership with Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library, supported by Meta.
I got a link to apply by a friend of mine, Musmola, and
one of the things I did was I went online to check about what NerdzFactory is all about and what the program is all about generally, and that's basically what motivated me to apply. Now, as a youth, you have to be dynamic and you have to adapt to changes. So, what my motivation is that what can I give to my society as a makeup member? So, and the NerdzFactory brought this initiative that was very glamorous as an avenue that I can add to my community. So that's why I applied for this fellowship.
Okay, what motivated me really is I'm this kind of person that looks for opportunities online, how I can give back to my community, and I saw this program. Of course, I applied for it in WhatsApp youth NYSC WhatsApp platform. Yeah, so I got it, and of course it will add to my certification as well.
I'm so excited about this opportunity and I'm very grateful. And what has been the highlight of the program for me is the knowledge I've gotten from so many of our speakers, digital safety, being able to be safe online, and also being audacious at all times.
My experience has been so impactful. Like, I've gotten a lot about how to stay safe online, and I never knew about effective personal leadership before, although I had a little knowledge of it. But this fellowship, this boot camp has expand my horizon about the particular course or stuff.
The first thing I've acquired is that what you should be an expert in what you are doing. You should be the first they should call. You should be useful. That you should keep thriving. And somebody defines success for us today is that what? That it's not that you achieve something, but you what? Make things better, keep making it better till the end of your lifetime. Yeah, so after this bootcamp, as a teacher in my secondary school, I would set up a program for my students where I'll be teaching them everything about digital safety and how to be safe online, and also how they can take advantages of opportunity that come their way as time goes on. I've learned a lot from this program, so I'm taking back to my community. So the first thing I first do is that I come from a community whereby the youths are essentially we note as what? Yahoo. So I want to change the orientation that this is how we can use the internet, how we can be beneficiary, and through education I believe we can achieve all things.
Whatever I've gotten here, I should be able to give it back to my community, and that is what I'm going to do. I will give back to my community, especially how to stay safe online, because internet never forgets.